right, I'm about 2 hours into personal development podcasts on the way to Austin. So you guys are about to hear some of what's on my mind and my heart that I want to share with you. I head to Austin for my other business. I do metabolic testing for endurance athletes, and I have partnerships out in Austin, so I'm headed out there to do that. Thank you to Health Coaching for, allowing me to have this opportunity. It's created extra income for me to do this while helping other people. So if I can do it, you can do it. Create that freedom. But with these podcasts, one of the things or trends, I guess, that a lot of people talk about is your mindset, right? And being stuck in a specific mindset is definitely going to hold you back. And, I like the example of the person you were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. If you stayed on that same trajectory, is there anything that you would want to change within that time? So if you look back, has there ever been a moment where you thought, you know what, I do want something different. I do want to change. Or, I want something more for myself, more for my kids, more for my family. I want to be more present with my friends. All of those types of conversation come with the fact that change needs to happen. You have to make that choice to change. Now, what ends up happening is within 3 to 5 days, that motivation starts to sway, right? We still have that desire, but our motivation starts to lack because what we realize is how difficult and hard that change is. So from a health standpoint, the images you see, yes, are weight loss. And that's kind of that visual goal that some people really like. Well, for me, it's more that internal shift, because the people that have made those visual changes have committed to a process to make the required changes that are not going to be easy, but they know are going to be worth it. I think that's one of the areas that a lot of people and clients I work with, you might feel like you're ready, but when it really comes down to it, are you going to be committed? And is your why a deep enough why? Is that pain point enough from a financial standpoint, from the physical standpoint, from just the mental standpoint of, is enough enough? Have you had scares in your family? Have you had scares with your friends? Have you thought about what your future looks like? And I know some people are deterred by the fact of, oh, you know what? I just want a meal plan. I just want somebody to write down exactly what I need to eat, exactly what I need to do, exactly what I need to do for workout wise. The problem with that is when you take something and go from 0 to 1,000, it's not sustainable, because you're trying to make too many massive changes before you can actually make the small adjustments that are going to create that traction and momentum to be able to get you where you want to go, and then hang on to that for the long term, and then be able to grow and build. So a lot of people will throw in the towel because they're not getting there fast enough, but what they're overlooking are the small wins that's going to create the long-term success that they truly desire. The second comment I get a lot when people think, yeah, it sounds good, but the question I get is expense, right? Oh my gosh, it just sounds expensive. I guarantee you, at the end of the month, if you evaluated how much money you were spending between Amazon, between going out to eat, between coffees, between subscriptions that you don't even realize you have, how much money would you be able to save and dedicate to 3 to 6 months of creating healthier habits and getting your nutrition on track, getting your mindset on track, working with a coach for less than $15 a day? All right. Some people hear, oh my gosh, well, no, I don't spend $15 a day. I guarantee you, at the end of your month, if you were to average it out, at the end of the year, if you were to average it out, I guarantee that there are many expenses that you would be able to cut out. One that I did was Amazon. I got rid of my Amazon. And it doesn't sound like something massive, but that money I can either save or put towards more personal development, more professional development, things like that, because Amazon is the immediate satisfaction, right? You're going to get something within 2 days. But if you actually step back and think about it, you could probably do without that item, right? Or you can find it cheaper with a little more effort. And I think that's the key, is are we willing to do things with a little more effort that might take a little more time, but might be worth it in the end from a money saving standpoint, like saving money off medications or hospital bills instead of trying to get that quick fix that isn't going to last. Work with some people that try that quick fix and then it doesn't last. And so now they're coming to me and some of the coaches on our team and saying, hey, I did this, I gained all my weight back. Well, it's because we didn't change that mentality. You didn't learn in that process, okay? So that's why having a coach and accountability is key. Now, I will emphasize this, that some people are going to come back at me and say, well, I actually don't spend money on a bunch of extra stuff, right? That's great. I am extremely, you have more self-control than a lot of people do. But I challenge you that if there is something that you feel like you've needed to change or wanted to change, at what point is that a good investment in your mind, a worth it investment? We invest in cars. We invest in health insurance and auto insurance because we're trying to plan to avoid what could potentially happen in the future, right? So why aren't you doing that within your own health? The best health insurance, in my opinion, is to change right now to help protect yourself in the future, right? So make those changes now and then avoid what's going to come down the line, right? There are some things I understand that are completely unavoidable, but we can't have the mindset of, oh, this is going to end up happening, right? You're going to put that into the universe and then chances are it'll happen. But if we can say, you know what, I'm going to make some positive adjustments. I'm going to start today to make my future better. I'm not going to live in the past and the decisions I made then. I'm going to start today and start building a better future and a healthier future for myself, my family, and my environment. Sometimes that might mean that you actually need to change your environment, right? Me, I've done that many times, okay? It's always a work in progress, but that's because with growth, you're going to have those shifts at times, okay? All right, if you've hung with me this long, I appreciate it. So to the individuals that have the mindset and mentality that they can't afford it, they can't make it happen, I do want to challenge you that there are single parents. There are, individuals that are working multiple jobs that are making a choice to find within the nooks and crannies of their day how they can make this work, because that's the investment in their health and in their future that they are willing to make. That's not for everybody. And, I've seen that within a lot of clients that have, tried and just not been able to see that success. But like I said, a lot of that comes with the level of commitment, right? Some of these individuals, their pain point has hit a certain level that they say, you know what? I am going to take the opportunity to help others while I help myself. And people that do that, they don't spend any money. They actually start making a little extra income on the side. And that's through a mentorship program. So as I'm helping them, they're able to help themselves and get the empowerment and accountability to help others. So if you've been on the fence and if it's a financial issue or a motivation issue, no, there's an answer to the financial side, and the motivation is going to come and go. So really your question is, are you willing to commit to the guidance, the education, the coaching, and a proven successful system to help you get there? Okay. I'm here to help. We have a team of coaches. There's accountability for clients as well. But health aside, just really, really focus in on where is your mindset? What has it been doing? Are you progressing forward, or are you living day after day in thoughts of doubt and thoughts of failure and thoughts of I am not enough? Because the more that you tell yourself that, the more your actions are going to prove that to you. So change your mindset, change your trajectory, and build towards a future. Don't build the bricks of the past. Don't bring that with you. If you continue to just carry those bricks from your past with you, you're going to keep building the same house that you've built, that you're probably trying to break those walls and get rid of. So you have to change, friends. So again, thanks for hanging out with me. That's my 2 cents plus probably $20 worth of information. A lot of coffee and a lot of good podcasts happening. So stay tuned for more.